Welcome to episode 4 of Rebuilding Manchester United, and in this episode we go to Anfield for a big game against Liverpool. Welcome to the video, folks, and happy Monday. Let's get into it then. In Friday's episode we played Aston Villa at home and Brighton away. A 2-1 win against Aston Villa was a nice result, satisfactory enough. And then against Brighton, from being 2-0 up against Brighton with goals from Gomez and Calar on 9 minutes, we then managed to concede 2 goals via Enciso and Nunes for Brighton to get back into it and draw the game 2-2. Since then, we played Middlesbrough, who are, or at the time they were rock bottom of the Premier League. And this was a frustrating game. We won it 2-0, Mainu and Esteban with the goals. But looking at the stats, we had 11 shots on target, 21 shots at goal. It felt like we should have done better. To be fair, our XG was 2.20, so he's around being on our XG. But yeah, it just felt against a team that's 20th in the table, rock bottom of the Premier League. Maybe we should have been doing a little bit better. But a 2-0 win, we'll take it. We then played Newcastle in the league, away from home at St James's Park. And this was a much better performance. We were 2-0 up through Fabio Ferreira and the first of 2 Esteban goals before they got one back in the 50 minutes through João Arrigo. Then Esteban with his second of the game and Adriano Gomez getting on the score sheet as well. 8 shots on target, an XG of 2.66. We were well over our XG. We were a much better team in this game. Look at the average rating. We were 7.39 to their 6.75. And this was probably the best performance we've had since we arrived at Manchester United. And I was very pleased with that. Then we played Brighton in the Carabao Cup. And as I said previously, in the second round against Crewe, we fielded a fully rotated team and were probably a bit lucky to get through that game. Then against Luton, we had sort of like half rotated half of our first team in there. And again, we were quite lucky to get through that. So when we came up against Brighton, we just went full strength, basically. And we won 2-0. Goals from Esteban and Michael Arruti. I think is it his first goal for us? Yeah, no, he's got 2 goals. He's got one of it's his first goal in the Carabao Cup. I mean, it's his first start in the Carabao Cup as well. But yeah, 9 shots on target, an XG of 2.12. So again, we was around our XG. Average rating wise, we were a 7.27 to their 6.54. So yeah, we were the better team and it was a nice performance. It's all starting to feel as though we're starting to play really rather well, which is quite handy because today we've got a home game against Leicester, who are 11th in the league. And then we go to Anfield against Liverpool. Now, they are 10th in the league, so their league position dictates they're not doing very well. But this is Liverpool. This is Anfield. This is not going to be an easy game. And I wouldn't be surprised if we pick up a loss in that game. It would be our second loss of the season. If we have a look at the Premier League table, we are second in the table. West Ham are top on 23 points. We're second, same amount of games played, 3 points behind them on 20. Chelsea are third, Aston Villa 4th, Tottenham 5th, Arsenal 6th, Manchester City 7th. Crucially, in terms of being outside, because my aim for this season really is I want to try and finish in this blue area. Now, it could be 5th, 6th and 7th, or it could be 6th, 7th and 8th. So it all depends on the coefficient rankings. So somewhere between 5th and 7th to be on the safe side. But we do need a mid-table finish minimum, which is kind of like 9th to 11th, I suppose. 9th, 10th, 11th, something like that. And we are on 20 points. Southampton are on 16 points. I mean, there's 4 teams there all on 16 points. So we have got a little bit of a buffer at the moment, but let's be real, 4 points is not much. If we have a bad episode today, then that 4 points will be gone, pretty much. So yeah, all to play for. In terms of who we play next in the Carabao Cup, we have not had the draw for the Carabao Cup quarter-final yet, but if we go over to here, we do have the draw available. So let's have a look at the draw and let's see who we're going to get. Teams still in it: Liverpool, Man City, Man United, Newcastle, Tottenham, Southampton, Plymouth and Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest, I don't believe they're a Premiership team. No, they're second bottom or third bottom in the Championship. Plymouth are mid-table in the Championship. Southampton, all the others are Premier League teams. So if we have a choice, we'd rather have Nottingham Forest or Plymouth. And after that, it would be Southampton. We really don't want any of the others, to be honest. So let's have a look at who we get. Southampton will play Tottenham. Newcastle United will play Liverpool. Okay, so we could get Man City. We might still have Plymouth or Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest will play Manchester United. We got the draw we wanted, ladies and gentlemen. And Man City will get Plymouth. So there we are. We've been drawn against Nottingham Forest in the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup. So if we have a look at the schedule, it will slot in around here. I'm kind of thinking we will do the quarter-final, and if we get to it, the semi-final, and if we get to it, the final. So yeah, that will be in a future episode, maybe even tomorrow's episode. We'll see. Right, let's get on with it. Let's get over to the first game of the day against Leicester at Old Trafford. And here we are for that game. And as you can see by the sharpness of my players, I'm pretty much sticking to the same 11. There's Buja Bazic gets a bit of game time, as does Munoz, Zara Velez, and Marcus Enrique I think he played the most recent game because Kian Kalart was suspended. But other than that, I pretty much just stick to the 11 that I know, and at the moment, the 11 that I trust. And that 11 for today is Stevanovic in goal, Tabakau left back, Aruti right back, Niang and Chalmers in the centre of defence, San Martin, Mainu and Ferreira in the midfield, Esteban, who's a top scorer this season, by the way, on the left, Collart on the right, and Gomez up top. Let's get into it. No time to waste, as they say. And hopefully we can pick up a win here against Leicester. If I was going to pick one game out of today that I would probably expect to pick up a win, it will be this one. Not only are we playing a team that's 11th in the table, Andrew Madden has given away 2 red cards this season, I think that just said, which is quite bizarre considering we've only played 9 games. It might include like Carabao Cups and things like that. But anyway, yeah, this is a game that I would expect to win. Not only are Leicester bottom half of the table, but we are at home as well. And we are, like I said, we've started to play pretty well recently. And it's given me some hope because I must admit, I thought this team was absolutely bang average when I got here. But there's the first goal. Kian Kalart with the goal. 4th goal of the season. Breno Tukau, I think that's his name, with the assist. Tabakau, is it? Yeah, Tabashau, something like that. You know what I'm like with my pronunciations. I don't often get names right. Here is Tabachau now, ball into the box. Mainu with the header, but it goes over the bar and is a goal kick, I presume. Leicester have had a little bit of involvement in this game. It's not been completely and utterly in our favour, but we have been the better team in the opening 20 minutes of this game and deservedly lead it. Kian Kalart, by the way, considering when I first came here, I was happy to let him go. And that's a shot from Tabakau just over the bar. Yeah, I was happy to let him go. He didn't feature as part of my plans. I think Felipe was my first choice right-sided midfielder. And to be fair to him, he has completely proved me wrong. He has been one of their most crucial members of this team. And then you have Esteban at San Martin with a shot. It's hit the crossbar. And Adriano Gomez, striker's instinct, was there, ready to pounce. It's 2-0. He's got his 5th goal of the season, I think that said. And we are, at the moment, in control. I say at the moment because we've started with an immediate highlight to Liverpool. But Mainu wins the ball back to Esteban. Gomez, is he offside? He's put it away. I don't see the referee running over, so it must have been a fair goal. That was a really good bit of play with Mainu winning the ball back in the middle of the park. Esteban's ball over the top for Gomez. 2 goals in the space of a minute from Adriano Gomez, and we now lead Leicester 3-0, and this is a very comfortable first half, I have to say, and that is the half-time whistle. If you have a look at the heat map, by the way, you see here how dominant we've been with the ball and pretty much in the middle of the park as well. It's been a very good first half for us. Let's get to the changing rooms. Let's give our team talk. They all look delighted, as they should do. They've had an excellent first half performance. But yeah, Esteban, again, he was another one that he wasn't my first choice on the left-hand side. That was Dominic Osai. And then Esteban came on as a substitute. I think it was in the first game of the season. Scored from the bench and basically has not looked back since. And he is now our top scorer with 7 goals, I think it is, this season. Here is Esteban back to Tabachau. Esteban infield to San Martin. Kian Collard, will he find his right-sided? Yes, he does. He gives it to Marco Arruti, who kind of fluffed it a bit there. He should have tried getting across him rather than running in field with it. But here's Sam Martin anyway. To Bamba Niang. Oh, he undersold Tabachel there. And they can counter-attack. They've got a couple of players forward. If they can get the ball into the box, which they can. And thankfully, it's gone wide of Stavanovic's goal. Right, we have another highlight. This time it's us. Gomez with the free kick. Ball into the box. Comes out to Sam Martin on the right-hand side. He gives it to Collard. Goes towards Esteban at the back post. Very, very close to making it 4-0. But unlike him, he actually missed his opportunity. Right, we are going to look at making some substitutions. So I think Tabachel can come off. He's looking a bit tired. He's on a yellow card. Jose Antonio Munoz comes on. And then I think in the midfield, he's not been ticking over as nicely as what he was right at the very start. Buja Basic can come on for him. I don't know why I like Buja Basic, because I don't think he's a better player to bring on in that position. I think it's probably someone like Marco Antonio. Is it Marco Antonio? I don't know the names of my players, quite honestly. Let's have a look. Enrique. There you go. Right. Let's have a look at making a couple more substitutions. Marcus Enrique. There you go. That's the one. Kobe Mainu can probably come off, and we'll bring Enrique on for him. And then I think Chalmers can come off and George Colombo can come on in defence. Not really any need to bring off any of our attacking players because they've had a decent game. They've had a decent first half. They've not done a great deal in the second half, it has to be said. Leicester have the ball now, looking to attack our goal. They're on the left-hand side. They get the ball into the box and it's gone just over the bar. Stevanovic now with the goal kick to Colombo. Buja Basic now has the ball, but it sells it short and Leicester win the ball back again. Let's not give them a route into the game, boys. I mean, Buja Basic now managed to get the ball to Esteban somehow. It's with Gomez, back to Collard. Tries to get the ball in the box. Here's Gomez. Enrique ricocheting off Leicester defenders. Oh, that was a nice little back heel to the goalkeeper, wasn't it? He was very cool and composed on the ball there. It would have looked hideous if that had actually gone wrong. I was just about to make a substitution, but they have a corner, ball into the box. We partially clear our lines, but they have it back again. Again, we clear our lines, and this time Buja Basic picks up the loose ball, gives it to Niang. I'd imagine the highlight's going to end around here, but it's not. Colombo now with the ball, gives it to Arruti. Collard tried just a little flick on, but he's given the ball away again now to Leicester. This is a very long highlight. I'm assuming something is going to come from this highlight. And Cham is through, and there's a goal for Leicester. You kind of thought that a goal was coming from this highlight because of how long it went on. Right, let's make our final substitution. And I think for that substitution, Dominic Asai can come on for Esteban. No real reason for it. Just that was the first name I saw, really. Bit frustrating we've conceded a goal. Would have been nice to have had a clean sheet. Oh, there you go. You pick up an injury as soon as you made your last substitution. 7 minutes of stoppage time to be played, by the way. He was already in extra time when that happened. He's playing another couple of minutes on, but it is all over. We've beaten Leicester 3-1. Well done, lads. That was a good result for us. Buja Basic isn't necessarily a massively important player to us, but we'll have a look at his injury anyway, and he's out for 4 to 5 weeks. I say he's not a massively important player for us. He is in the fact that we don't have many midfielders, and now we're going to be short of midfielders because we've got one person out. Right, let's get to the game against Liverpool and have a look at what our team looks like for that. The start 11 will probably be exactly the same. Here we are then at a raucous Anfield for the game against Liverpool. And yeah, Buja Basic is out of the subs area. Felipe has come in for him. I did have a look in the dev centre of the under-21s and under-18s. There's a couple of players I could have bought in that are like 1-star current ability with 3 to 4-star potential type thing. I may do that for the next game, but for this one, I just thought we'll try and play it a bit safer. Felipe has come to me as well, saying that he's not happy with his game time. So I've done what I quite often do and said, okay, I'll sell you. And he said, no need for that. I'm happy to wait for the opportunity. So why moan then? But yeah, we've also had San Martin has been given a pay rise because he's played a certain amount of games for us, which now means we're overspent on the wage budget by just under £8,000. And we've got a player in our under-18s, Corey Baggins, or Boggins, I think his name is. It said to offer him a professional contract. So we've offered him a professional contract. He's 18 years old. He's got a bit of potential, can play in the midfield as well. He might even be the player that I'd bring in here. But it also means he's on £220 a week at the moment. He's going to be on just under £10,000 a week afterwards. So we're going to be around 20 grand overspent on our wage budget, which is not good. I do think on the... I'll get to that part in a minute, but in terms of the 11 we're going out with, same as the last game. Stevanovic in goal, Tubakau left back, Aruti right back, Niang and Chalmers in the centre of defence, San Martin, Mainu and Ferreira in the midfield, Esteban left, Clark right and Gomez up top. Let's have a look at how Liverpool have been doing. I don't know whether they won or lost or drew their most recent match. By the looks of it, I'd say they probably drew their last match. Where are they in the table at the moment, Liverpool? They're up to 7th, so they may have won it. I don't know. But anyway, they're 7th in the table. 3 defeats this season. 2 of them away from home against West Ham and Tottenham. 1 of them at home against Southampton. They've drawn 2 at home to Crystal Palace and away to Fulham. And they've won 5. They've beaten Chelsea, Brentford, Sheffield United, Man City and Wolves. So they've beaten Man City, and they're 4th. Chelsea, who are 3rd. So they have got pedigree in that department. So, yeah, it's not going to be an easy game. It never is against Liverpool. This kit, by the way, I know it's a 23-24 kit, but this is revolting. White with green stripes and a big green blob on the back of them for the numbers. Really not a nice kit, and we are going to be stuck with that kit for the duration of this save because unfortunately they don't add up. Jared Gillett is a referee. He has given a red card and 31 yellow cards, and he's refereed 13 matches, an average of 2.4 yellow cards a match according to that. I don't really usually pay attention to that. It's only because I saw in the last one that was it Madeley, he'd given away or given out 2 red cards that I actually thought of looking at that this time. But anyway, here we go, enough waffling. Let's get on with the game. We are the early kickoff for the day, so I'm imagining we're going to be on TNT Sports. First 10 minutes has gone by with not a great deal happening. Nobody's even had a shot yet. The first highlight starts with us. Here's Fabio Ferreira to San Martin, Chalmers to Ferreira with passing it about without actually going anywhere. Goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, Stevanovic, who gives it to Bamba Niang to Tabakau. Esteban now. Tabakau again to Kobe Mainu. He's on this left-hand side, gives it to Esteban. Can he get the ball in the box? Pulls it back from Mainu, then gets it back again. And Gomez had an opportunity. I wouldn't say it was a great chance, but it was an opportunity. He's put it wide of the post anyway, and it remains 0-0. And pretty much an immediate highlight now starts with Liverpool. They play the ball forward, but Tabakau intercepted it, but just headed it straight back to another Liverpool player. It's a bit pointless intercepting it, really. But they're on the right-hand side and they're coming towards their goal. This is looking dangerous. They're building it up nicely. Carrasco with the cross and Phil Winkler with his 3rd goal of the season has given Liverpool the lead. And we are trailing early doors in this game against Liverpool. Not a great start from us. We've only had 1 shot or 2 shots at goal now with 1 on target. It was 1 and none when I looked at it. But yeah, we need to try and get into this because we've been having some pretty positive momentum lately, and we don't want to throw all that away with a defeat against Liverpool. So here's Chalmers now in his box. Ferreira gives it to Aruti, goes forward to Kalart, but nothing comes of it. We just give the ball. It's that situation again, isn't it? Every highlight we're getting, it's just us giving the ball away. And I've said before that when we see highlights of us giving the ball away a lot, it usually means we're not going to be playing very well. There you go again, just giving the ball away. Esteban that time, and it's 2-0 to Liverpool. I think we're going to get absolutely hammered here because we are playing terribly. Every time we get the ball, we're giving it away. We'll win it back and we'll give it away again. And I'm not worried about a direct free kick because they never go in. But yeah, this is not good. And Liverpool could be out of sight by half-time if we're not very careful. We have a highlight with Tabakau from a throw-in to Adriano Gomez. Gives it to Esteban. Oh, we scored. Kian Kalart with the goal. Ferreira's being credited with the assist. And that could be crucial because that could be a way back into the game. It's 2-1. If we can go in at half-time without conceding another goal, I will be very happy now. But Liverpool do have a highlight. Here's Carrasco. He's been a bit of a danger, this Carrasco guy. Urruti manages to get the ball clear and the highlight comes to its conclusion. Right, another highlight before half-time. We get a lot of highlights in this first half. Most of them are in favour of Liverpool. And here they are on the left-hand side. Fabiano has it in the midfield. Can we win the ball back? No. Oh, God's sake, we've conceded again. The referee's going to have a review of it. I mean, we all know that Liverpool have VAR in their pocket, despite what that referee may have said. He's disallowed it. Oh, well done, lads. We obviously paid a bit more before the game, and we've got the decision in our favour, and it's 2-1 at half-time. I'm going to point my finger. I'm disappointed we're not creative enough and we're not positive enough. They've been inspired and fired up. That is good. Right, let's get out there. Let's get this. They've made a substitution at half-time. Probably would have expected us to have made a substitution. Stevanovic has not covered himself in glory, that's for certain. And Adriano Gomez has not looked particularly good and will probably be coming off very shortly. But are Liverpool going to put themselves 3-1 up before I have a chance to make that change? Playing the ball about at the back. Davies goes into midfield. Freitas, is that Thiago Freitas that we had at Dortmund? I'm assuming it will be. I think it's Liverpool we sold him to. Stevanovic comes out and claims it nicely. Gives it to Chalmers, to Urruti, to Clark. Gomez then gives the ball away. Oh, why is this boy still on the pitch? Come on, Damo, get him off. There's Freitas jotting over there. I'm taking Gomez off now. He's annoying me. And Zaravelis can come on in his place. I think that'd be the only substitution I do make for now. There you go. We've done the substitution. The corner's carrying on, so I'm assuming they're going to score from this, but they don't. Stevanovic claims it nicely. Where's he going with the goal kick? He looks like he's going to go... Well, we're not going to find out. We'll assume that he went short because that's what he should be doing. But yeah, Thiago Freitas, he's come on as a substitute. There you go. Former Dortmund player. Right, we need to make some changes. We need to try and get something into this team. I think we're going to take... are we going to take Kalar? We'll take Kalar off and bring Felipe on. And... do we take Urruti off and bring Colombo on in his place? I think that's what we're going to do. So a couple of changes. We only need one more goal to get back on level terms. Here's Colombo now with the throw-in. Gives it to Chalmers, who gives it back to him. Don't give the ball away, please. Bamba Niang in the heart of our defence to Tabachau out wide. Tabachau, I don't know. Chalmers now has it back from Stevanovic. Felipe gives it to Fabio Ferreira. He's been so poor, Ferreira. Why is he not playing better? He has been rubbish for us in recent games. We'll have a look at his form guide afterwards. Right, we're going to make a final 2 substitutions. See if we can... I mean, he's on a 6.9, so he's not having a rubbish game according to that, but Kobe Mainu is. So Enrique can come on for him. And... I don't even know what my next move should be. I think that's probably going to be it. I don't really want to take off another defender, but yeah, we'll leave it at that. Just the one substitution. Just see if that can inspire something within us. But we're losing 2-1 still, as we were at the end of the first half. Liverpool now with the ball. Niang wins the header, but it goes to them. We win it back again now. Ferreira goes back to Niang, who goes back to Ferreira, to Zaravelis, and Zaravelis has given it away now. Oh, it's so annoying. See, we got the ball and just gave it away again. Seriously, what are we doing? I don't understand how we can just be so good. And just in this game, our passing has been crap. Sorry for the bad language, but it really has. I mean, pass completion, 88%. I don't know how it's 88%, because we've just constantly given it away. And we've lost this game 3-1. And I am so annoyed. Really, really annoyed. Oh. Yeah, I'm disappointed in the result. We'll leave it at that. Click continue. There was Fabio Ferreira. I wanted to have a look at his form recently. I mean, that's not really backing me up. I mean, we've got a 6.9 and a 6.8. He's then had a 7.2 and an 8.10. So that's not really backing up what I've been saying. We've had a couple of like a 6.8, 6.6, 7.8. It doesn't feel like he's done much recently. That's all I'm going to say. We have Michael Aruti, who's now suspended, which means we will probably bring in George Colombo to play in his position for the next game. But yeah, there you go. That's the wage budget, overspent on the wage budget. What I think they need to do is when you get the committed spending down here, have that include any potential clauses. So like when a player's played 20 games for you, they get a £10,000 a week pay rise. Have that in there. Because if you've committed to spending it, if they're going to hit that amount of games, and at least then as a worst case scenario, you know what your committed spending is going to be. But we keep getting a little bit of transfer money come through, mainly from someone going on loan or something like that, and then we'll put it into the wage budget to get us back to being underspent on our wage budget, and then someone will trigger a clause and we're back to being overspent again. And I'm finding it quite annoying. Right. Let's have a look at the table. We are still second in the table for the time being. Chelsea have a game in hand, so we will stay in that position. We're not going to get overtaken. So second in the league, can't really complain at that, I suppose, can I? And like I said in the beginning of the episode, if we're going to lose a game, I would imagine we will lose against Liverpool. Right, I think what we'll do is we'll come back tomorrow and we might do Man City Tottenham. I'll just play Fulham off camera. And then we'll do Man City Tottenham. The problem is I do want to include the Carabao Cup quarter-final against Nottingham Forest. So actually, I think what we'll do is we'll come back for that and we'll probably do Southampton, who are 6th in the table. Southampton and Nottingham Forest in tomorrow's episode. We finally get to see a Carabao Cup game for us. Can we get to the semi-finals of that competition? Right, there you go. That's an episode for you. Thank you very much for watching, folks. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think of our rubbish performance against Liverpool in the comments, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.